the performance of our experts. And also during today's program, we will go to the beginner's track to have a first trial. And later on, our teams of sports from different clubs, they're about to compete with each other. And this is their showcasing moment. And today we are at the Jizhou International Ski Resort, which was completed back to the year 2009 for the fans of ice and snow sports and also professionals. They will gather here every year. And recently we have noticed more and more professional clubs and the performers of the ski and snowboarding, they come to this place for the daily practices. This year, we have collaborated with one company of ice and snow sports of Tianjin, so we have already concluded an agreement. Every year, they will bring many teams here for their exercises. Now we can hear the music. So the opening ceremony is about to kick off. There will be some performances, so you can hear a lot of background noises, but I think it's okay. We have 11 teams. All of them are big fans of the sports, and regularly they will come to give performances at the site. Every year they will come to the site. So since the background noise is really loud, we have to regulate this problem. In the very beginning, we welcome mostly the ordinary people, but in recent years, we have found more and more younger generation of the skiers and also the professional skiers. So when I was here before, there were only hundreds of people. Because in the past, the people didn't have a lot of knowledge and understanding about the sport. But gradually, in recent years, we have raised the awareness of the people about this sport. And you also have winter festivals of children. This is a new sport activity in our area. And the past year, because we are suffering from the COVID-19, so we have received fewer delegations. In recent years, we have noticed a significant growth of visitors to this place. So you can receive more than 1,000 people compared to only hundreds of people in the past. And nowadays, people have to do the booking really in advance so as to get a room by the resort. So today we're also celebrating the Tianjin traditional public opening fete of the snowfield. So as you could tell by the surrounding atmosphere, we are having this opening ceremony and people are coming to the site with their equipment. For those fans, they will bring their own equipment, their skis and their boards. But for the other ordinary people, they would prefer to come to the site and also do the leasing of the equipment. So in general, how many rounds do you have? How many tracks for the animators? In total, we have 7 ski rounds for the beginners, for the intermediary level, and also for the high level. So in the past, I remember you had only 5 tracks. But now you have increased the number to 7. Yes, indeed, in order to receive more people and also to have a better classification of the ski rounds, we have upgraded a little bit our site. So here in front of us, this is a site for the beginners. It's an exercise used. So I have an idea. I'm not very familiar with the sport, but still we could have a try here, and you could also share some basic skills with our viewers today. So this year we are organizing the first traditional public opening fete of the snowfield of Tianjin. Why have you decided to organize such a fete? As we know today, this is the opening fete of the snowfield, which is considered as the prelude of the 7th National Public Ice and Snow Season, and we're also preparing for the 2022 Winter Olympics in China. And the 7th National Public Ice and Snow Season will kick off next week. So today, people can already be present in the site and get themselves ready for the coming ice and snow season. So for people that is a newcomer in this field, how much time does it take for the newcomer to acquire some basic skills? Half an hour. So that is very interesting. Today we're about to share some basic skills to our viewers. So later, if they are interested in coming to the site, they could also try this out. So taking the opportunity of the opening ceremony, I'd like to have a try myself. And my coach is about to fetch some equipment for me, the skis and also the buttons. In the past, when the ice and snow sport is not as popular as it is today, so people are still hesitating about coming to the field. But today, more people, they are mobilized to come to the ski resort and have a try by themselves. So now I've got my equipment. Well, just now, Mr. Zong has already told us that it takes only half an hour for the people who are the newcomers to the area. So we can start from scratch and learn new skills within half an hour. So it feels like I'm walking backwards. Do you have any techniques to help me out? Normally we need some sticks. So please help me a little bit. This morning before visiting this ski run, we have also visited the ice stadium. That is a training station at national level. We are welcoming today the national level teams for daily practices, but at the same time, the door is also open for our ordinary people. So you could come to this training station to try the ice balls and many other interesting sports, for example, the curling. As you could see, now I'm doing pretty well. And Mr. Zong, could you please tell us, by practicing the snow and ice sports, what are the benefits? It will help us to have some exercise of the legs and also the waist. What is the best age for practicing the sport? People can start to learn the skills after 3 years old. So maybe I need a pair of sticks. So in recent years, the ice and snow sports have become an integrated part of our daily life. More people are mobilized to come to the ski resort and have a try by themselves. And people are not so frightened by falling down on the snow and on the ice. And since we have more and more ski resorts across the country, for example, in Jizhou International Ski Resort, the ticket is not that expensive, and they also have some promotion activities on the internet. So sometimes you can spend less than 100 RMB to have the entrance ticket. So as you can tell that today the snow and ice sports, they are one part of our life. And I don't feel so cold here because you will have a lot of body movements and you will have a lot of exercise. So the cold weather doesn't count. And about falling down on the ground, if you have a very professional coach by your side, so it is not that dangerous as imagined. So just now, Mr. Zhang, I have been talking about some difficulties about the skiing. So am I doing that right? Wait a second. What kind of scenarios will it be really dangerous for the skiers? I think that you should know how to stop. For your two skis, they are at a distance, just as the distance between your two shoulders, and you have to lower a little bit your body, and also you put the two sticks by your side. Wait a second, I have to adjust my position. And you have to stretch out your two sticks at the same time. After climbing the slope, now we are at a flat land. And Mr. Zong, you could continue about the introduction. What makes skiing dangerous is that people don't know how to brake or how to stop themselves. And it may cause an accident, like one person hitting another one. So later you could tell us some skills about stopping ourselves, so how to brake. So for the children about 3 years old, they could start to learn the skiing techniques. So today's program, first of all, you will see how I will fall down during my journey of the skiing, and then we will come back to the opening ceremony, and we can also witness the practices of the children, and there are also a lot of entertainment activities, for example, the snow tanks, snow motorcycles, tug of war, etc., and also the Zorb ball. If you don't use the escalator, it will be quite challenging for people to climb up the mountain like that. So for every ski run, you have an escalator, a transportation belt like that, to get people from the feet of the mountain until the top. So the ceremony, the opening ceremony is about to start. After this opening ceremony, there will be a lot of performances. So this little girl, she's doing really fantastic. I would like to know for how long she has practiced. So, should I raise my legs? Little girl, how old are you? I'm a journalist from television. I'm here to have a try myself for the ski. I know that you're doing very well. Since when you have started your learning of ski? Today is only my second time, but you are really doing well, and I think you have talent in this. Do you like skiing? Yes. Are you afraid of falling down? Have you ever fallen down? Yes, but it's in the past, only once. So why you took your child here? I just want to enrich her experience. So today is also the first time for me. I believe that later I will be courageous enough. And now we are moving forward and also upward. It's so hard for me to forge ahead because it's like one step forward and two steps backward. So people say that it takes half an hour to go to the top of the mountain, and then it takes only several minutes to ski downward. And I'm sweating all the time. So how long is this ski run? 300 meters. So sometimes I think I have to make bigger steps forward. It will make this journey easier for me and will not slide backward. And I have to tilt a little bit my body. And sometimes, according to the requirements, this transportation belt would be automatically stopped. And I still remember for some old-style ski resorts, you have to climb up the mountain by yourself. And sometimes when you reach the top of the mountain, you are already very tired, too tired to ski towards the foot of the mountain. And this is the snowboard. It seems that snowboarding is more difficult than the skiing. And this little girl is practicing snowboarding without learning first the skiing. So that is really challenging. I myself would like to have a try myself too. And this morning we have also noticed that a lot of youngsters are practicing here. And during the interview, they told me that you have to get up again and again after falling down. And then it's a warm-up for the body. It's also a very precious memory for their lifetime. So not only the benefits for your body, for your energy, like your waist and feet, but also it's good for your life because it will help out to build up your energy and also your determination and perseverance. So the parents of those youngsters practicing here, they would like to train their minds and at the same time train their body. So to be strong physically and also mentally. And this is also a good way to let their children know something about the ice and snow sports. So do we give any tips for those people practicing here? They have to protect themselves. For example, you have to attach the protection cushion on the butt so that when you fall down, it will hurt less. And whatever ski rounds you are using, you have to protect yourselves. even though you don't fall down yourselves, you may be hit by another person. So in that case, protection is really important. So we have so many children here. This year, we have noticed an increasing frequency of young children and youngsters coming to this land. This is the girl that has talked with us. She's very brave. So maybe because she's very little and she could easily lower her body and she could tilt forward and she's less likely to fall down. Now it's almost my turn. I start to get nervous. Lower your body and lean forward. So, is it my turn for real? Mr. Zong, do you have any tips for me? So now you could share with me the skills of the braking, how to stop myself. First of all, could you please give us an example? Even though it's only a ski run for the beginners, but still we could see your performance. So this is the way to make the brake. So we will wait a little bit to see your performance, but first I will learn how to brake. So now it's really difficult for me to stay at one spot because it's very slippery. Now you have to put the two skis at the same distance, like the distance between your two shoulders. And then put the two sticks by your side of the body. If you want to brake, just narrow the distance between the two halves of the skis. Shouldn't you be protecting me? Okay. I've got a basic idea. So in order to advance, I could use the sticks to help me a little bit. I'm braking all the time. If you stand straight, you will move faster. Until now, so far so good. I'm not falling down. Over there, there's a little child. Almost hit by another person. And we have a lot of wows and the shouting of the people because all of us, we are beginners. And our cameraman. Where's my cameraman? Oh, there you are. So this beginner's round is good for me. When I was young, I practiced some skating. So I believe there's something similar between the two sports. And I still have this passion for the ice and snow sports. Last year, I was at the opening ceremony for the 6th National Public Ice and Snow Season. So we don't find so many elderly people here. More elderly people would go skating. Usually for the people in their 50s, they could still come and have a ski. Especially for the speed skating, there were a lot of elderly people. Maybe it's because it's more dangerous for the elderly people to practice the skiing. And as you know, I made it. I made it all the way down. So I didn't fall down, but still we could look at the others. So it's really challenging to climb up and also to ski down. People are getting down in their own ways, like sitting on the snowboards or skiing down, whatever you like. That is the joy of ice and snow sports. And here I would like to say thank you to my coach, Mr. Zong. Thank you for all those instructions. And it's very important to have a professional coach by your side, because only in that way can you progress a little by little. If you only practice by yourself and you train yourself, maybe you're just repeating the same mistakes. So I still want to have a chat with that little girl who skied so well. And maybe I could go over there and have an interview with those young ladies. And this time, to make an interview is quite challenging because it's not easy to move forward. Good afternoon. We are journalists from CCTV. We are doing a live streaming program. Just now we have noticed that you have traveled down in your own ways. It's very joyful. So it's the first time for you to get here? Yes, exactly. So everybody could come to this place, although we are not all professionals. So you're from northern part of China? Yes. And we hear that this ski resort has resumed their business recently, so we have come to this place to have a try. So do you have some expectations for your skiing skills? We have a coach. That is our coach. So you're mobilized by your coach to come this ski resort. So have you fallen down? Several times, but didn't hurt. So just now you have traveled down the slope by sitting on the snowboard. That's very interesting. You know, in the past, we don't have so many chance to practice the snow and ice sports. But now, since we have more and more ski resorts in northern part of China, so everybody can take a chance and come and have some fun. What about your coach? Our coach is really a professional. He's a talent. Could you please wait a second? How old are you? 4.5. So she's a beginner, but you're doing really well. And you are practicing the snowboarding. Wait a sec, I have to break here. So why have you decided to take your child here? We have already tried different types of sports, but most of them are indoor ones. So we'd like to give her the opportunity to try something outdoor. So you have to start at small age, and we can find a lot of other children at a similar age group. Would you like to continue the lesson of the skiing? Do you like it? Yes. I cannot see your face because you are fully protected, but it's very good. You have to protect yourself. Do you like the sport? Do you like skiing? Yes. Are you afraid of falling down? So she's very shy. So has she fallen down? Yes, multiple times. But she's very courageous. And you have very lovely equipment of the little tortoise. So I hope that you could continue with more lessons to come. More parents would like to take their children here to try out the winter sports. In winter, they will come skiing, and in summer, the parents would bring their children to the swimming pool to have another type of sports so that they could build up their body and their mind at the same time. So when could we see the performance of the professional clubs? Very soon, so we will move forward. So now I'm more familiar with the ski. Now I have the full control of my body and also my skis. As you have mentioned before, it takes only half an hour to have the basic skills. And I have practiced for 10 years. Have you received some prizes or awards? Every year I would join the competition of the skiing. So could you please give us a show? Yes. So my coach is about to take the transportation bout. This is a ski ramp that is at the medium level. This is the medium level, and over there we have the higher level. So over there with the rainbow color, that is more professional ski ramp in construction. So on the slope, we're about to construct a newer track for the ski, later used for international competition. So in front of us now, it's the medium level ski ramp, and later Mr. Zong, my coach today, will give us a performance here. So from the footage, you can tell that whoever wearing the tortoise protection facility is actually a beginner. And for people dancing on the snow, they are the professionals. And by the side of the medium level ski run, we also have a turning track that is more challenging, and it's easier for us to give a performance over there because by turning around the corner, it will give us more fun. And later on, we could expect some stunts performed by those talents and experts. So later, we could wait and see if they could perform some circling and also some low difficulty stunts. This is a ski run of 300 meters. It takes some time for people to get to the top. So starting by today, we will have the Tianjin Traditional Public Opening Fete of Snowfield. We will have a big festival. And next week, we will celebrate the 7th National Public Ice and Snow Season and also the short distance speed skating. Oh, that is so cool. She's a really cool girl, although she's wearing the protection facility of the little tortoise. I really would want to have a chat with these people, but I cannot move far with my ski. So let me have a try. The girl over there, she's wearing the protection. So a beginner, as I can tell, but she's skiing really fast with a lot of courage. So is that Mr. Zong? Not yet, Mr. Zong. Hi, good afternoon. We're journalists from CCTV. We are doing live streaming program. We've noticed that you are doing really well, but you are wearing the protection. It's the first time for me to be here, first time for me to do the skiing. So your first experience, but you're doing really well. Do you like it? Yes, it's full of fun. So in recent years, the winter sports, especially the ice and snow sports, have gained this popularity. Do you know the reason behind that? Because it's very exciting. People would like to try those exciting sports, and you are fully protected. So it's quite safe to do the skiing like this. So you are from CCTV? Yes, exactly. You're doing a really good job. Bravo to you. Congratulations. Have you tried yourself? I've tried the beginner's level ski run, so I'm not really skiing. Well, my coach, Mr. Zong, is already on the top of the mountain. He's about to give us the performance. So he's in red with the national flag of China. This is Mr. Zong. Are you ready, Mr. Zong? Because there are some beginners still on the ground, So we have to wait a little bit so that we can have the clear ground. As you can tell from the site, we also have other activities like the snow motorcycles. Those are really exciting ones. It's okay to go upward. And we also have the circling. Mr. Zhang is coming. It's like he's dancing on the snow. It's really cool. Fantastic, Mr. Zhang. Thank you, Mr. Zhang, for stopping at the right moment. Because we are hesitating whether we should run or not. So maybe we should go over there and check out those excellent professional performance. So the show is already on. Maybe our cameraman could go first. And you could give me a hand, pull me forward. So we have several professional teams over there. They're about to come down. So they're also waiting for the clear ground because later they're about to ski in real speed. They don't want to hit anybody else. So let's wait patiently. Well, there you go. They're coming. So maybe Mr. Zhong, you could also give us some interpretations about their moves. So to the right-hand side, we have the snow circle. This is an area for pure fun. You don't have to wear any equipment for protection. You don't have to put on the skis. You just go inside and play with the snow. So over there, up there, it's a professional team. Over there, all of them are the coaches. So because today we have only limited time for the program, we'll just give you the performance of our professional coaches. So I believe they are almost ready. Now coming to us, the team of the coaches. So this is the opening activity of today's Fete. And what is the next club? It's coming from that above-mentioned Tianjin club. So since when the club is founded? 5 or 6 years. So with 5 to 6 years of training, the team could give some high difficulty performances. So are they skiing down? So this is the freestyle skiing performed by some of the representatives of the students here. It's also the freestyle skiing. Well, it takes 4 to 5 years for the students to get to such a level. Yes, around 4 to 5 years. So this is a very difficult move, right? The zigzag move. You have to use your legs and also your hip to drive the whole body. So this is the snowboarding. Actually, it's quite difficult to manage the snowboarding. It takes how many years to have this level? 2 to 3 years to get to the preliminary level, to have the beginner's level. And this is the zigzag move in group. So due to the time limit, we cannot give you the performance of every club here because we have 11 of them. We have only limited time for the live streaming program, but still, with this glance, you could feel the joy brought by the ice and snow sports, and you can tell that people, they are all enjoying the practice of the sports. And for our viewers, if you are interested in the sports, please don't hesitate to come to the place and have a try yourself. So this is the end of today's live streaming program.